Good morning, Bouncy Bags, on this magical Monday morning. Lots of words. On Wednesday, we're going to learn about munching Mike. And Monday starts with munching Mike. Did you enjoy the story about Wiggly Woo? Let's sing the song together. Don't forget to wiggle. There's a worm at the bottom of the garden, and his name is Wiggly Woo. Are you wiggling? There's a worm at the bottom of the garden, and all that he can do is wiggle all night and wiggle all day. The people around, they all do say, there's a worm at the bottom of the garden, and his name is Wiggly Woo. Wiggly Woo was a worm that lived in the garden, and he used to watch all the beautiful butterflies, and he so wished that he could be as beautiful as a butterfly. One night he went to sleep, and it felt like he had slept for days. Do you remember the story? He felt like he'd slept for days. He felt so warm. He felt like something warm cotton had wrapped around him. And when he finally woke up, he felt a tickling feeling on his back, and he realized he'd been transformed into a butterfly. If I were a butterfly, I thank you, Lord, for giving me wings. He turned into a beautiful butterfly. Now that story that Mrs. Doster wrote is basically based on the life cycle of a butterfly. Do you know butterflies fly around and they lay little eggs on the leaves of trees, and there the eggs will lay. They don't sit there and look after their eggs. The eggs just stay there all on their own. When the eggs hatch, no, a butterfly doesn't come out, but a little wiggly worm. And those wiggly worms love to eat the leaves of bushes and trees until they get very big and fat. They even shed their skin over and over and over, just like a snake, so they can get really, really big. And when it's time for them to become a butterfly, they get wrapped up in something called a chrysalis, like a cocoon, like when a caterpillar goes and it's going to change into a moth, and it wraps up and attaches itself underneath the leaves, and that's where the chrysalis will stay. And inside that little chrysalis, that little cocoon, magic things happen. The caterpillar changes into a butterfly, and one day when it's ready, the wiggly worm is no longer a wiggly worm. It comes out, it forces its way out, and it is a beautiful butterfly. So that's how a wiggly worm becomes a butterfly, and that butterfly will fly around and lay its eggs on the leaf, and the whole life cycle will happen again. Isn't that incredible? There's so much magic happening outside in our gardens that we don't even know about. We don't even hear it. Sometimes we don't even see it, but the magic is happening every single day. Okay, so do you remember last week we did the symmetry picture where you painted on one side, you pressed it, and over there was the beautiful butterfly wings. Today we are going to use our symmetry leaves that we used last week. Remember, it's symmetrical because both sides are the same, and so is my butterfly. Okay, you're going to take your leaf, you are going to cut the butterfly wings out. Be careful, don't cut it in the middle. You're just very carefully going to cut it around the outside of the wings, and then you're either going to take some black paint, or you're going to take a piece of paper, almost like an oval shape. That's what Mrs. Doster's made, okay? And or you can use black paint, and then I've got 2 strips of black cardboard, okay? But if you don't have black cardboard, don't worry, you can use black paint. And I'm going to show you now how I make my beautiful butterfly on the leaf. So just like Wiggly Woo, when he turned into the most beautiful butterfly, you are going to make your butterfly on your leaf, just like the story of Wiggly Woo, okay? And then tomorrow, which will be Terrific Tuesday, Mrs. Doss is going to see some of you online on a Zoom meeting, and we're going to do some some numeracy together. So to get ready for that lesson, I want you to take a paper plate, okay? You are going to use paint or shaving cream and some food coloring, and I want you just to paint it so that it's dry and ready for tomorrow's numeracy lesson. I've done one over here for you so you can see it. I used blue and red and green, and you can see it's the most beautiful pastel colors. So now mine is dry and it's all ready for tomorrow's Terrific Tuesday numeracy lesson. Okay, so let's get started with our beautiful butterfly picture. Are you ready? Have you got your leaf? Have you got your symmetrical wings? And have you got your black paint or your cardboard or paper ready? Let's begin. Okay, so your butterfly, your paper paint. I'm going to cut my wings out. Remember, don't cut down the middle. Okay, now you must only put glue down the middle. Just glue here.